Hello, in this video I am going to talk about using your views, V-I-E-W-S in Revit. And a lot of the stuff we've already covered as we've gone through some of the other functions involved. But we'll just kind of review some of these to just kind of as a recap, I guess. One is to change the view scale. Now we have not pointed that one out, but it's very easy. How do you change the view scale? Well, down here in your view control bar is a scale. 1/4 1 is what we're set at right now. If I click on that, I have all these options and I can change my view scale. And that is going to affect how your plan prints on paper and what size paper you're going to need to use to print it. You can also change view scale right here. Same thing, you could type it in or pull down the little arrow and scroll through and find different size views. Detail level is the next thing we'll point out. And I don't think I've talked about this one either, but it's very simple also. But detail level, if I click on this little rectangle, if I click on that, it gives me 3 options: coarse, medium, and fine. Currently I am on coarse, which means it takes a lot of the detail out of the drawing. The reason we do that, of course, you don't always need every single detail when you're printing. But sometimes, it'll help you with your computer memory, and your memory will run a lot, or your computer will run a lot faster if you have it set on coarse. Now I can change it to medium, and you can watch the walls as they will kind of fill in with some detail, showing the different layers of wall material. And then finally there is fine, which when I click on fine, if you just watch this door over here, if I click on fine, then you can see some more details pop up on the doors. It shows all the trim involved with that door installation. So those are your views. Let's see. We also have been over setting visibility and graphics overrides. That's right over here. And we talked about this when we want to hide things or reveal things. This is kind of a more permanent fixture for that. And then of course you have the more temporary option down here. And then of course the reveal with the little light bulb. And let's see, what else do we have? Identify the cut plane for a view. So currently I'm in a view, I'm in level 1 view. If I want to identify the cut plane in this view, which means, what level is this house? Is the top of this house being cut off so that I can see all the furniture and the walls and stuff like that inside? Well, I go over here to a option called a view range. It's right here in the properties panel. And let's see, view range, click on view range, edit, and it'll show you right here, cut plane is at 4 feet. You can change that cut plane anytime you want. But of course all this has to be in sequence. You have to have a top level, a cut plane, and a bottom level, and view depth that all works in like a series. You can't have a lower cut plane, or you can't have a lower, well, actually, yeah, you cannot have a lower cut plane than you have for your bottom level. So the bottom level has to be lower than the cut plane for this to work, or it will tell you that you're wrong. So that's how you identify a cut plane. Using levels, of course, levels are very simple. We have our levels right here for our floor plans, level 1, 2, 3, or 4, however many levels you have. Then, of course, we also have our elevations where we can really work with our levels and create new levels. And let's say if I go into the south view here, okay, and I have some levels right over here. They're kind of spread out to the side a bit. Click on the numbers there, and then I can click somewhere and then drag this puppy right over here. Is it going? There we go. Okay. Drag this one over. Line them up. Always line these things up really good here. And mine is like running really slow right now. I think there might be some kind of an update going on in the background. No, I said to make these very even, but my computer is running so slow. But anyway, those are our levels. You can always add levels by going up here into the ribbon under the datum panel and click on level, and we can add a level however high we want it to be. Let's say maybe we're going to add one for the top of the roof here. And of course it says level 3, but you can change that anytime you want to whatever level you want to name it. You know, typically I call this one floor level 1, and then this one top of wall 1, and this one would be top of roof 1. But that's just how I name mine. So that's how you use your levels. And when you do create a new level over here, it actually creates another level over here also in your project browser, so that you can work with it in many of these different views. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. That covered a lot of topics. The next video we're going to talk about creating plan views.